Hi, my name is Megan Carrasco. I am doing my book review on Flip Your Classroom, Reach Every Student in Every Class Every Day by Jonathan Bergman and Aaron Sams. This is for Technology for Educators, Fall 2017. We're just going to go ahead and pick apart the book and just go over the best parts about it and some things that we would like to change or just be aware of. So we're going to start out with a little bit about the authors. Jonathan Bergman and Aaron Sams are both actually chemistry teachers. Jonathan graduated from the University of Colorado, Denver. He now works in the school system by trying to implement this new idea of a flipped classroom all around the world. He goes out China, Australia, Taiwan, all these places, just trying to get teachers to see the benefits of a flipped classroom. And we will go later into what exactly a flipped classroom is. But bottom line, Jonathan believes in doing what is best for his students, and he believes that this is what's best. Aaron, on the other hand, he continues to implement this idea and for other teachers, but he actually trains teachers to use this method, and he trains them how to put this into their classroom and build on it and do what's best for their students. He is a graduate from Biola University in education. So both of these authors are very established in the world of teaching, and they both have the credentials and the schooling to back up what they're saying as well as the research. So the general idea of this book is the bottom line, they want to help students succeed by having the teachers active and present in the classroom rather than having students do all like the main work at home rather than in the class. So creating a classroom that allows a teacher to be active and to complete work is supposed to be done inside the class. So their idea is to have lecture time done at home so that students become to school ready to learn, well, not to learn, but more to try out the concept that they're learning that they were taught at home. So this allows them to think about what they were told during this lecture, write down questions, and then they're going to go ahead and try this concept or lesson plan that the teachers have already assigned to them in the classroom so they are able to ask for assistance when it's needed. Some pros of this book, well, it goes into detail about how the flipped classroom works and taking lecture outside of the classroom and bringing homework to the class and like just switching it around so that students have a better idea and assistance when they're learning these new lessons that are difficult. This helps with students that may not understand a lecture, that cannot focus in a lecture, to ask questions and not feel embarrassed because everybody watched it at their own time and they all came to class ready to ask questions, break down these ideas, and build on them. It also goes over steps for teachers and how they can go ahead and plan for this, telling them how to break down videos for students and telling them how to address students and their questions. This talks about how to get other people on board, like admin and parents and anybody else who may be donating money into the school system and just regrouping and reorganizing this new education system, trying to do what's best for students rather than what's easier or what's traditional. We're trying to break away from tradition, basically, and that's what goes over in this book. There are a lot of cons, though, to this book in my eyes. I don't understand why nothing was taken into consideration about students that may not have the ability to use technology at their house or have the parental control and help so they know how to do this. It doesn't talk about the students that already do not do their homework at home, and they may not do it because they don't have a parent at home to help them. And if there's not a parent at home to help them, there may not be a parent there to help them log into the computer, help them sit there and actually focus on a lesson that's being taught. So, I mean, there are some good things and there are some bad things. But personally, for me, I want to do elementary school, and this is a hard concept for me to accept because if you're teaching elementary, parents need to be active if you're going to send them home with something to learn. Rather, when you're doing homework, depending on what it is, students can normally do it on their own. And if they don't have help from their parents, they'll either do what they can and then bring it to class the next day. Where here, you need a parent's help. You need their computer. You need an iPad. You need some type of technology to access this. And sometimes it's not easy. It's a little difficult, and that's where a parent needs to be in there. And they need to step in to help. My overall evaluation of this book is I think it's a great idea for middle school and high school. I personally just am having a difficult time um, implementing this for an lower elementary, like K through second grade. That's more what I'm looking at because I believe that third graders are very technologically advanced, as well as maybe even second graders. But when me looking at kindergarten, I have a hard time doing this. And I can always send students home to watch their ABCs on the computer and on YouTube and all these things. But like when it comes to like tracing letters and like learning how to write, that all needs to be done in the classroom. And I don't see what I can send home on a video that would be helpful in preparing students for coming to class the next day to learn how to trace. But it's great. It gives you new ideas and new concepts to implement into your classroom to do what's best for your students and to get them to be successful. And I think this book is great if you're teaching middle school and high school and you want to change it up and you want to get students active and participating. I think it's a great book for that. Overall, I do recommend the Flip Classroom. I'm planning on trying it in my own ways based off this book, and I'm going to follow the steps that the book gives us to get myself on board, as well as my administrators, as well as parents that are kind of skeptical about students reaching and approaching a brand new topic alone and then coming to class the next day to break it down. But overall, it's a great book, and I definitely think that it will be helpful in the world of education. Thank you.